Let me tell you the story about two brothers. They're from a farming household. They worked hard, loved their parents very much, and worked on the family farm to help their family as much as possible. Eventually, the parents passed away, and the brothers loved each other so much they decided to divide up the family assets evenly and even decided to farm right next to each other. As time passed, the younger brother got married, started his own family, while the older brother, he remained single and farmed by himself. And the older brother thought to himself, I should help my little brother out. He takes care of more people, and I have only myself to take care of. So he decided to sneak over some extra grain to his younger brother's farm, but he didn't tell him, as he felt that his younger brother would probably refuse out of generosity. Night came, the older brother sneaked over to his brother's barn and left a sack of grain. The next morning, however, when he counted his own sacks of grain, it was the same number as the night before. That's funny, the older brother thought. I have the same number of sacks of grain as last night. He scratched his head. Well, maybe I just miscounted. So the next night, after carefully counting his sacks, he secretly visited his little brother's barn again and left a sack of grain. Sure enough, when the older brother returned home, he found the same number of sacks of grain in his barn as before. The same thing had happened. Yet no matter how much he thought about it, he was absolutely sure that he counted correctly this time. Something strange is going on, he thought. Well, the next night, the older brother set off again for his little brother's barn with another sack of grain. This time, there was a full moon out, and he could see in the distance a man coming his way. And the man was also carrying a sack of grain on his back. Who is that? The older brother thought. And after approaching each other cautiously, the two men both suddenly dropped their grain and burst out laughing. The other man was none other than his little brother. Out of love for each other, the two had spent the past few nights sneaking grain into each other's barn. The mystery was solved. Little brother, the older one cried. So that's why my stock of grain hasn't changed. I was trying to help you out since you're now married and have a large family. Why, brother, the younger one responded, I was trying to help you out because you have no one else to help you out. This is what love does to a person. Because of love, a person will sacrifice to take care of those they love. And God has done this for us. Jesus sacrificed his life out of love for us. Because of Jesus' loving sacrifice on the cross, you and I now have a secured future in heaven. But in the meantime, let's respond to that love for us by using the gifts and the resources that God graciously has given to us and use them faithfully and lovingly to serve others.